URT, who are we? It's the URT. This is the URT. You are the URT. Smash a like for the URT. Subscribe to the URT. Who are we? URT. Who are we? URT. Big up Sol in the chat. Good to see you outside the stadium. Love and light to every one of you people. Listen, Manchester United need to sign midfielder, mate. That's the truth. But we got everything coming up for you tonight. Hopefully some of the boys are going to jump on. I want to hear from the panel. Big up to every one of you. Smash a like. Big up for everybody who turned out for the demo today. Brilliant turnout. Shut the shop down. You know how it is. This is what we do. Big up to Khalees Ramadine Lassie, Chief of the United Real Therapy. I'm going to give you my 2 pence on what I thought about the game. Like the title said, I don't think we played well. I thought Fulham were better with a better team in the second half. Big up to Tactical Devils. Big up to Jarvis. Big up to Jarvis Bowley. I thought we got bopped today at times, especially at last 15 minutes of the first half and majority of the second half. I thought we got through it because of we've got some of the big players stepped up. But anyway, all of it's coming up in the next few minutes, people. Let's run this so that every one of you knows that where we are on X. But yeah, we'll be back after this intro. We'll break the game down, man. I can't wait to hear from the panelists what they thought about the game. Some of them got too much giddy, telling me about a league title challenge and all that. Manchester United are not back. At times we were really bad today, but thankfully we got special moments from big players who turned up. But all of it will be revealed with a panel after this intro. URT, who are we? It's the URT. This is what it was today.
We play good, sometimes we play bad. Once we play good, sometimes we play bad.
There we go. Today we didn't play that well, but we won somehow. Big up to Khalees Ramadine Lassie, Chief of the United Real Therapy. Please make sure you check him out on X at Khalees Ramadine Lassie. Sesko, it was unbelievable scoring at home. The winner, unbelievable. I've been dreaming about it. I can do that. It was unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Big up to Sesko. What a fantastic goal by Sesko. I mean, his first touch in the game when he came on the pitch, he hits the bar, hits the post, sorry. Should have scored. Man UFC next 4 Premier League fixtures: Tottenham at home, West Ham away, Everton away, Crystal Palace at home. How many points can we pick up from 12? Well, I really like to think we can pick up all 12, but the performance has got to be way better for us to do that. But yeah, special moments today. Fantastic goals in the game today, mate. Fantastic goals. You got that kid from Fulham, Kevin. He's got a wonder, the Brazilian. I have never known a Brazilian called Kevin. What the hell is going on to these guys? Anyway, he scores a wonder goal. Fulham think, ooh, we're in the ascendancy. And then, thank you so much, Masraoui. What an absolute dummy. What an absolute dummy by Bruno Fernandes. He sends Bassi to pick up his shopping. Bassi. He sent Bassi to Morocco to pick up some more nice little carpets, Moroccan carpets. But plays the ball across. Sesko, one touch, doesn't even look at the goal. Top bins. Absolutely top bins. Goalkeeper, no chance. The whole of Old Trafford exploded. Exploded FC. Absolutely madness in that stadium. It was. But yeah, big up Carrick. It wasn't going to be easy. The character, the huge setback after what was last week. It was the most pleasing thing. Yeah, you had to back it up. You can't just be, and that's what I was talking about on Friday when I was asking the man. Them, I was like, listen, we need to win this game. This is a psychologically, and I kept talking about mentally and psychologically. And most of them were like, what? You know what you're talking about. And by the way, today, I thought I posted a video to YouTube outside of the stadium. Go and check out my match reaction video after you watch this. And then YouTube didn't load it till a couple of hours before. And then on X, it's like I'm shadow banned everywhere. I don't know what's going on, people. I really don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. Kobe sounds very good in many ways. He did a terrific without the ball. With the ball, the ability to cope, moments, quality, came to expect, joy to watch. Yeah. Kevin goal happened so many times this season. Is it Lamins or is it the team? That's the team. It's the team. Watch it. Ahmad, the most laziest defending, doesn't go with his player. Nuruddin, my cat died last night. Today, we ain't cheering me up. Oh, Jamie. Jamie, I'm so sorry, mate. Jamie, I'm so ever so sorry, pal. So, may your little cat rest in peace, man. I'm sorry, Jamie. Really sorry, mate. I know the feeling, I promise you. I lost seed off. I know the feeling. I know that feeling, people. So big up to everybody. And big up to everybody who turned that in the demo as well today. Big up to everybody who turned that in the demo. Manchester United win. But big up to the winners today was everybody who turned up in the demo. With our full-on masks, if you know, you know. We had the full-on masks, people. The full-on masks. That's what Manchester United had. This is how we're doing the show tonight, people. How we doing it? Clown is the FC. This is it. Owned by clowns. We're owned by clowns, people. This is what we're going to do. We're going to put it on there, put it on the mic. Owned by clowns. Manchester United is owned by these clowns, mate. Clowns. So we put the clown masks on. Brilliant demo, brilliant turnout, fantastic turnout. Did what we needed to do. Shut that store down. People knew what was going on, and everybody took loads of photos or whatever. There's photos of me everywhere, people. There's photos of me everywhere. Massive amount of respect to Casemiro. He's motivated. He absolutely wants to finish great performance today. Yeah, Nuruddin, did I tell you about the by the 2 goals, which was the defense, false made, fantastic saves. Yeah, calm down, Sheikh Arian. He didn't tell me shit. He needs to stop doing a Bobby Charlton comb over. He needs to go to Turkey, just like this boy Conte. That's what he needs to do. Everyone was happy in the dressing room. We have to maintain the status and win the match. That's what United is all about. Listen, you let Kevin score, you dickhead. Ahmad, stop the shit, man. Stop letting fucking people score. You should have been defensively stronger and better in that situation. Ahmad on Carrick, he always tells us we have to play for Manchester United. This is the big club and everyone, and we need to keep the standards very high if we want to play in the Champions League next season. We have to win every game, and today we showed we can win every game. We're really happy. We want to go step by step. The season's long, everything can happen, but we're in a good moment and spirit. We'll keep going like this. Ahmad, you let Kevin go, mate. You need to fucking sort it out. Jamie Carrick on Casemiro. It's now fair to say the football hasn't left him. All right, mate. All right. Calm down. Calm down. Yes, Alien Tenor. Yes, Peter. Definitely he did. But you know that Ruud van Nistelrooy goal where he got one touch and then bang it with the other touch. That's what he did. Yeah, I've seen Van Nistelrooy score many goals like that. Yeah, I went to the protest. Yeah. The protest was huge, bro. Huge. Let me see if I can find some of the protests on here. Let me see if I can find some of the protests. Protest was huge, man. Absolutely huge. The protest was huge, mate. Big demos today. Let me see if I can find some of the videos from the protests today, man. Honestly, some big demo. Big demos, mate. It went off. Trust me, it was going off. It was going off, mate. I need to show you some of these photos, so just bear with me. Let me just show you guys some of these things. Show you some of the photos from the demo today. This is how we were doing it, people. This is how we were doing it. So you can see here, look, all the clown faces. I'm somewhere over here. You can see some of that. They're the boys. Look how far he goes back. Can you see that? Look how far he goes back. Thousands, mate. Thousands at the demo today. Thousands. Absolute thousands at the demo today, mate. Brilliant turnout. Brilliant turnout, mate. We did what we needed to do. The boys did what they needed to do, mate. Yeah, I'll show you. There we are. There we are, mate. I don't agree with that, but you know how it is. Yeah, they bought that for the Stone Roses, to be fair. To be fair, they bought some of those things for the Stone Roses. That's a commemoration to the Stone Roses. That's not just a Manchester United top. That's a commemoration to basically Manchester United legend. That is Manchester United legend fan. That is Stone Roses bass player, Manny, mate, Manny. That's what the collaboration is. It's a Stone Roses Adidas combo with Manchester United, Manny. If you know Manny, he passed away a couple of months ago. Absolute legend around here, mate. If you know, you know. Absolute legend, Manny. Stone Roses, Manchester band. Big up Ian Brown, big up the rest. Game by numbers, Fulham 33 touches, 20 passes attempted, 16 passes completed, 5 touches in the box, 4 defensive contribution, 2 fouls, 2 passes into the final third, 1 shot goal. Yeah, he's not had that many shots today, but yeah, bang, bang, mate. He's banging him in right now. He's banging them in right now. Ineos, Radcliffe out. Yeah, we were there, man. We were there. Sesko on talking about Casemiro, telling it as it is. Big up to the people then, mate. Big up to the people then. We're here, we're here, we're here, we're here. Big up to the people then. Let's get you some closer. Closer, closer. Closer than close, mate. If you know, you know. New Manchester United including match winner Benjamin Sesko going through the post-match session at Old Trafford. Yeah, I got out of there, man. Benjamin Sesko, Michael Carrick telling the players to play with freedom. It's true that he has said these things many times to the team, but it's not just that. You see how much work for each other without the ball also contributes. Big up Bumbaye. Bumbaye is about. Bumbaye, I hope you're well. You good, Habibi?
Yes, Habibi. Are we live?
Yeah, we're live and direct. We're live and direct.
Evening all.
Talk to me. I did say this game was going to be tough.
Yep.
I did say that.
Yeah.
You must give me that. I did talk about mentality and the mentality of this football team and this football club.
It certainly wasn't easy. Everybody got to see firsthand that Fulham are not a bad side, man. They're a good team, and there's a reason why they're 7th. But a lot of good things again tonight, man, from the team. Other than the result and the way that we won it, which is just amazing. And, you know, the place will be electric now. That dressing room, the feeling, the team, which is so good. Again, lots of big performances, bro.
Well, we were, Bombay, can you admit, though, we were second best for the last parts of that game?
Is that how you feel?
That's how, no, that's the facts. That's the facts. You're not going to come on here and tell me Tim did well. Today, it was a great victory, but we didn't play well. I think the big players, let me finish, the big players turned up. Casemiro turned up. Bruno turned up. Sesko put it in. Cunha turned up. Those guys turned up today, right? So, like, special moments from those players. But as a team, do you think Fulham were by far the better team in the second half? They created more. They created bigger chances. They had more shots on goal. They kept the ball. They bopped us from one side to the other side. That's the facts. Now, did we score some special goals? Yes. The no-look pass to Bruno, from Casemiro to Bruno. Bruno with an absolute world-class spin. For dead. The strong guy tried to grab him. Gets the ball. That move, if you look at the pass from Mazraoui to Bruno, Bruno lets it go through his legs. Spin, crosses it in. Sesko, one touch, puts it top bins. That is a goal to win any game. I'm not disputing that. But for large parts of that, before that attack, we were sitting back and it was all Fulham. Can you admit that?
Yeah, sure. I'm not trying to defend the indefensible.
I tell you, you might think, because we were 2-0 up. And 84 minutes and we were 2-0 up. And then from 84 till the 92, they make it 2-2.
I mean, look, I felt that there was first half. I felt we were better, not by much.
Yeah,
but we were better.
The first 20 minutes, half an hour, yes.
And then, second half started. Obviously, the 2 down, they went for it. And we had to ride our luck. We had to scramble balls out. Did Lamens make any saves from them? There was a couple of
he made some really good saves. Yeah, he made some good saves today.
I know there's one that came off one of our players. There was a couple there, and they were forcing and they were pressing, and you know what? They did force the issue and eventually broke us down, and it's ended great. But it was a game where Fulham are always in it, but I thought we played certain aspects of our game very, very good today. I really enjoyed, and I observed some really good things that we carried into this game from previous games. So, for example, I thought we recycled the ball and played quickly very well. There was a lot of nice, intricate stuff. There was moments where I felt Fulham were starting to come on top, and I thought, are we going to get a foothold of this game? We did. We calmed the game down again, got back in it. So I thought we played really well. And, one of the main things we were talking about is when Fulham are deep, credit to Fulham, man. They didn't come and do that. It wasn't that game. They came and they played and they tried. They broke, for first half and parts of the second half. It was about them defending deeper and breaking, and they did. But what I liked about us today, if you look, I noticed at least 3 moments where we kept breaking through that back line, making those runs in behind. And man, better control from Mbuemo, we're in. Bruno does a better job, we're in. I think there was one more chance for Cunha, we're in. So now we're starting to see a Man United where Cunha's making some runs in behind. Bruno was excellent at doing that anyway. He did that and he had an opportunity. And then you had Kobe was feeding into that, which was good to see, playing those forward passes, which is something that I like from Cobbs. Martinez is able to do that. Bruno was able to do that. Brian controls that. It's a goal. So a lot of good things. We were causing them a lot of trouble, even when they were low. And that is showing me that Michael Carrick, okay, this is better than what I usually see from Man United when teams are low against us. Because we had them, man, as well. We were dispossessing them in the middle of the park. We contained them for parts. The game did ebb and flow, and they definitely had their moments in it where we had to defend, scramble balls away. But overall, man, I thought we played really well in parts of that game. But when we dropped back, the second half, put a shift in, they started to get some joy. But you know what, man? I think we're worthy of our 3 points, in my opinion.
Yeah, Bombay, that's your opinion. But let me give you my 2 pence on an opinion. I thought we were extremely lucky. I thought our players in the crucial moments today turned up. But I thought second half we got absolutely dominated. We got bopped. I was like, at times I was watching the Hammering team. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sanderberger, oh my God. Properly the first time I proper watched him Jarvis. I focused on him. He physically bullied us. He bullied Casemiro. He bullied Kobe. He bullied Bruno. He bullied Bruno the most today. He kept throwing Bruno on the floor, and he gets them back into the game. It was his pass. It was the corner when we were so shit. The shadow pressing was back today, where we would try to press them in one corner, and then one touch popped it off against us, popped it into in the middle of the like the circle onto him, and then one touch out of his feet into it to Jimenez, and then obviously Slabber does what he does. Maguire, who I thought played all right majority of the game. I thought he played
really well. I was like, the boys were killing him.
He gave away a penalty. And then after that, we gave them the ball. Obviously, they made their changes. But even the way today was a footballing lesson from Boy Silva. They overloaded the midfield when they needed to. They overloaded the way they played out. That was the thing I was watching today. They were overloaded the way they played out. I have never seen a team come to Old Trafford and play actually. You know when they split their two centre halves, they split their two centre halves, then split their two even more, so that they can knock us in and then get into the middle quickly. So we got booked today. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I lost my voice because of the protest. I was there giving it, like most of the United fans. If you know, you know. We were there giving it. We were giving it, but when the game started, I think we're good in the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I thought United would try to create stuff and pop it up. And I thought, yeah, Cunha could have been a penalty. Free kick, he ended up. That we were worth in weight of us going 1-0 up, right? I don't know what minute we went 1-0 up, but from then onwards, we were giving the ball away. And they were, but the second half, by far, the best team was Fulham. And any other day, you're a neutral watching that, you think, you know what, draw is a fair result. But thank God for Bruno, thank God for Sesko, thank God for Mazraoui, brilliant pass forward. I had to go punch it in. Bruno, world-class turn, boom, and Sesko does the best. So for me, Sesko to the rescue. That's what my thing is. I thought Fulham were absolutely, some of the football they were playing was scintillating. Oh my God. They would get us on the corner with 3 in rotation. Oh, and that's the thing about having Iwobi. Iwobi at times, as the midfielder, will go, fuck the midfield, I'm going to join the wingers. And he's like a winger. It was him and Kevin. There was a moment of Iwobi, Sessignon, and Kevin bopping us. And that's where the goal comes. So at the end of the day, we got lucky today. And luckily, the big players turned up in the big moment. Big up Eski. You were here first. Let me get to your match reaction. United were lucky today, mate. And I said about mentality. And most people were taking a piss out of me the other night when I was talking about mentality. This is the fucking mentality I was talking about. The United players are not fully motivated and we're not set up in a way fully motivated in the way they were against City and against fucking Arsenal. At second half, Fulham bucked the fuck out of us. And we're lucky.
No, I see it different. I mean, we were lucky a bit in the end. You're right there. But in terms of mentality, you know, to draw 2-2 in the fucking in injury time and then still score again, that's something towards our mentality. Because under Amorim, like we're just not doing that. Let's be real. I think for the most parts of the game, yeah, they had more possession than us, but so did the last 2 teams. But we still played better than both of the 2 teams. I still think for the majority of the game today, I think Fulham was our hardest test since Michael Carrick has come in as interim. For me, I think until we give the penalty away, I do think we were in control. So I don't think it was, you know, for the majority of the game. Yes, second half, they were the better side. But the majority of the game, so the full 90 minutes, I do think a percentage of that majority of it was us being the better team. Because I think, when was that penalty conceded? Like 75th minute or something like that. It was quite late on in the game. We're on 70th minute.
84 minutes.
84 minutes. There you go. It's quite late on. So for me, I'm looking at it and I'm there like for majority of the game, we were in control. At the end, do you know, I want to ask, how many times this season have we seen, you know, we back off a little bit, no one goes towards the ball and someone has a shot from outside of the box? I can literally count on the top of my head of like 7 goals we've conceded. That's exactly like the Kevin goal.
We were doing that in the last 10 minutes of the first half. We were doing
100%.
We were doing that. And then actually Cunha goal comes against the run of play.
It does, but that's football. Goals come against the run of play. But what I'll say to Fulham, I think Marco Silva is a very underrated manager. He doesn't get the credit he's deserved, with all the different clubs. I think Fulham's a bit of a mercenary team. They've got like cast-offs and academy players from other teams. They come in, but he's worked with this core group of players for a while. We know about Jimenez, obviously tragic what happened to him at Wolves. He's come back. He's a decent player. 12 out of 12 penalties, nothing to sniff at. But what I think is, as a whole, is the mid-block today. He come and showed us like another side to Michael Carrick and everyone else's game to say that we can handle different facets of teams. I think still the thing is, can we win a game when we have majority of possession in a game? I'm not sure, because the last 3 games we've played, City had more possession, Arsenal, and now Fulham at home. That's just a systematic thing from United since Amorim. So this is like over a year long thing. Carrick's not going to change that overnight. But what I will say from me seeing the game is, I thought we were in control majority of the game until that penalty. Then it all just went a bit shocking. But I just can't believe, XG and all that. But when players like Kevin take a certain shot like that, I don't think the keeper could have done anything about it as well, to be fair. That was a really good goal. But we've conceded so many goals like that this season. 2 from Morgan Rogers, same thing. I think Danny Welbeck, same thing. 1 today. That's just 4 off the top of my head. There's been so many goals this season that we've conceded from just on the edge of the box or just outside it, where our players let them come inside. There's no real challenge. And we've just let them score like that. So I don't know if I can take that away and say the defence isn't good enough, but then we've conceded a low XG chance that the keeper can do nothing about. I'm not sure if defensively we need to start telling players to once we conceded that second goal after that, but then our players started running out, charging down a little bit more. So I don't know if it's a tactic thing to defensively say, just back off a bit, let them have a low XG chance. We've conceded a lot of them this season. You can just say it's all luck and it's all freakish, and under another season, half of them don't fly in. But we've conceded a lot of goals like this. So I don't know if defensively we should stick or twist in saying to players, fucking step out a little bit more. I mean, Sandro had a great game today. Everyone had a great game. I think Casemiro, can we just give credit to Casemiro? That no-look pass, honestly, that's my defensive midfielder putting up perfect weighted balls, no-look pass after he scored a goal already. Absolutely fantastic. I think there's more positives to take out of the game than negatives. I think the dummy run, like we were saying before, that Bruno did on Calvin Bassey on the right, for the 90th odd minute in that game, for him to still be doing that, I think it's a damn shame that some of our fan base are looking at Bruno when saying he's the problem, this, that, and the third. I think given a few years' time, we always look back in hindsight. People look back at all these time and say, oh, we needed him. You know how it is with United fans. But I genuinely think we'll look back in a couple of years when Bruno and Casemiro are gone and say serious misses of these players that we're going to have. Big shoes to fill. I think Carrick, yeah. What would that kid's getting a haircut? 100%. We're 3 wins the other way there now. 2 more to go. I think fucking hell. I think a lot of people as well. I'll end it on this. A lot of people that were disgruntled with the last manager that we had with Amorim. I'm saying that the team can do better. It should be doing better. I do think a lot of those thoughts and feelings are vindicated now. We've had 3 games. It is still a small sample size, but we've seen such a massive turnaround in performances from the last guy till now. The only thing I will give Ruben Amorim credit for, and I can still say I can still see his imprint in this team, is set pieces. His set piece guys that he's brought in, we've scored 14 now in this season, or in the league, I think we've scored 14. Arsenal are still ahead with 17. That has been a massive asset to our game today, and that's opened the scoring, and I think settled us down. So I credit Amorim for that. But like I said, I do think there's more positives to take out the game, Nuruddin. That's just me. If you saw it the other way, then fair enough. I do agree we got lucky a little bit, but
listen, I saw the way that I thought at times Manchester United were really good, especially the attacking players. It was moments of individual brilliance. But throughout the game in the second half, it was Fulham that bopped us to side. My eyes didn't lie to me. My eyes don't lie to me. We got bopped in the second half. And the pressure was building and building and building. And the penalty comes because they were getting in behind again and again and again. And us left. They controlled the midfield in the second half. They overrun us. They did. But in moments, I thought we picked them off. Big up to Jamie Wilshire. Good to meet you at a demo today, man. Big up to you, man. Love. Jarvis, talk to me and then we'll bring Sean in. Do you agree or disagree with me? Because I being in the stadium, I was watching how we played in midfield. I was watching I thought today the press was horrendous. Carrick did not adapt to the way the Fulham played out. They were not playing out the way they usually play out. They were not doing that. Everybody on their nan can see it. There's a guy 2 rows behind me going, Carrick, they're not. Why are you telling the 4 of them to press when they're playing 4 against 4 and then they've got the guys dropping in to pick up the loose ball in them and then overload in the middle? What the fuck are we doing? Like, Do you know what I mean? It was like, come on, Carrick, sort this out. Can you not see? People are not stupid in the stadium. We were talking about it at half-time, going, what the hell? What are they doing? What is this press? This shadow pressing was horrendous today. Horrendous. And then when they came into our own half, because at times we sat deep, Jarvis, nobody was physically challenging them. People were just letting them have the ball, bop it around us. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? But how did you see the game? I don't want to be negative. I can only talk about what I saw with my own eyes. I fucking talked about this game being mentally fucking tough. And this was a test of Carrick, where Carrick is and where this Manchester United is. On that performance today, and Manchester United back. No, Manchester United are not fucking back. We got lucky today, and I'm so happy we got lucky because our big players stepped up when it really mattered. But
We used to get lucky enough, Fergie, too, man.
Yeah. I talked about this in the preview, and I did the preview on my own channel, and I know that these players. I talked about Sander Berge, his pressers. What are Bruno going to do against Sander Berge? He will just stand there and turn with the ball, And I think we struggled with our narrow press. Okay, Mbumo and Bruno, they know how to run. They know they have high intensity in their run. They have great stamina, but I think Marcus Silva exposed us in our press. We have a narrow press with two guys. They solved it by putting a back four. They used the whole back four in the build-up. They stretched the center back, but not all the way out to the 18-yard box line. They went wide, and they had the fullback on the outside of them again, and they dropped a little bit deeper with their wingers. So actually, what they did, they created every time Bruno and Mbumo pressed, they set the trigger and pushed to one side. So they easily just played over and back again, and then they did it on the other side. Bruno and Mbumo pressed over. They easily, with 3 men or 4 men, played over again, and they kept doing it. They played from one side to the other side, and then back again. And after a while, the sting got out of our press. We had no juice left. Ahmad was knackered, Cunha was knackered, and Bruno was knackered. They were gasping for air. And then you saw the movement. When they saw the signal, players like Sander Berge and Iwobi ran against the fullback, demanded the ball, and then they started the build-up, zigging and zagging the way up on one side. So again, I think Marcus Silva exposed us. And the funny thing is they did it at least 3 times in that first half in long sessions with more than 20 plus passes. And for me, it worries me a little bit that Carrick didn't do anything about it, because he should have seen it and say, okay, guys, time out, stop the press, drop back, mid-block, sit, we wait them out. There's no use pressing them because we can't. We're just running ourselves silly. And they created a couple of transitions chances because of this, because we were played over when they suddenly started playing more direct. So yeah, okay, this comes on Carrick. He's unexperienced. Maybe his in-game management isn't up to speed, in a Premier League game, because Marcus Silva has been around the block for many years, and he's an astute manager. I said it in my own preview. So again, this is what we get with an interim, a little bit inexperienced, maybe a little bit naive. And he was trying to do the same for the 3rd game in a row. So now Carrick needs to find a new plan. Him and Holland needs to sit down and figure out a new plan, because we are starting to be predictable. And now, Marcus Silva, he had 2 games to analyze. Arteta, only had 1 game to analyze. Pep, he had no games to analyze. So he didn't know what was coming. But now, the next game, when we are up against Thomas Frank, he would probably try to do the same. He would probably play out with a 4 and a 2. So they will be 6 guys playing out from the back against the narrow press of Bruno and Mbumo. And hopefully, if the triggers are there, the rest of them will push. This is our press. So again, I see Marcus Silva. I think he did a really good job. And all in all, I think we were lucky getting a win in this game. A lot of the game was Fulham was a better team. We created the biggest chances, but when you look at the XG Fulham had almost 0.2, and we only had 0.7 something, scoring 3 goals. So again, it's efficiency. We have good players, and they got a goal disallowed for an offside. I couldn't even see it in the 3D replay of VAR that it was an offside. It was something apparently his upper body right below his sleeve, something, I don't know. And Jimenez had a big chance. Joachim Andersen had a big chance in the first half when Lamens did a brilliant save. So again, this game could have ended differently. And these players, they dropped down a notch to this game. It wasn't the same intensity as we saw in the Arsenal game, as in the Manchester City game. So again, have they huffed and puffed enough? Are they done? The trend is worrying. So again,
we're not done.
Well, the trend is worrying. I'm just analyzing what I'm seeing, Sean, and we have to step it up again against Spurs, or we will lose that game because it wasn't good enough what we did today. It wasn't good enough.
Let me offer my own, 2 or 3 or 4, 5 cents. I've been watching football for a long time, right? And even at our peak, I don't remember a season where 38 games in the season, 90 minutes a game, United were dominant, right? That's not true. That there was never a time like that, and that's an unrealistic expectation to have of football or for footballers. Instead, what I want from my team is that because we are in a quality league, right? Because this is the Premier League, and even a player like Iwobi is moving like prime Iniesta, right? So don't ask me. Ask Morocco. Ask all the countries in AFCON that came up against Iwobi and that were turned this way and next, right? He's a good player. So it was a tough game against him. It was a tough game against Sanderberg. But our defenders defended because that's what they're there to do, right? And our attackers scored because that's what they're there to do. And we're saying to the league that if you're a good team, if you have quality players, try us, right? And even when we're not on our day, we have enough firepower to score. I'm here for that message. I'm here for game number 3 of a 17-winning title charge streak, right? And you guys should watch the space. I don't need us to be perfect every game. I want the attitude to be correct and to be the way it was today. And so, no complaints from my end.
No. But it's a fair point. It's a fair point, Sean. But if you are going to analyze this team, you have to admit that we didn't play a good game today, or do you think that we actually?
But Jarvis, no, I agree with you. What I'm saying is that I'm okay with that. I'm okay with us not having a good game every single game, right? I'm okay with us being able to manage a 90 minutes game. Maguire was caught today for that penalty. I think the old Maguire creeped it. He was slow on the turn. He let Jimenez go behind him, and he tried to recover with the last tackle. It didn't work, right? We considered the penalty. And then they go from, what's his name? That was a free goal. Toppings, it's okay. Free goal, Toppings was okay. But the spirit was there. The intent.
Listen, your bubble of
no, wait, don't do this thing where you want us. Don't do this thing where everybody has to agree with you, right? You want to be in North Korea. You like United North Korea where we all repeat the same talking points. We're having a conversation.
Guys,
we're having a conversation, man.
Let me just say one thing. One thing. What I see. What I see today, Noradin.
We're lucky we won.
I'm just going to say when it comes
to
Sean, this thing I'm talking about. My worry is it's not about the players per se. It's about a structural weakness in how we played. And from
Jarvis, our best midfielder is a 35-year-old ex-Real Madrid player.
How we play.
No, but let me tell you how I agree with you, how much I agree with you, right? Our best midfielder is 35 years old, is about to retire. There's a problem structurally in the middle of the park. But we also have quality defenders who were saying on their day, guys, defend. I don't need to dominate the game for 90 minutes. You can't come here and tell me that your analysis of the game is that we struggled against a top Premier League team. No shit, right? That is football. But did we have what it took, have what it takes to, one, defend, and 2, attack and get enough goals. Yes, we did. That's positive in my book.
There are a lot of positives. So yeah,
Go ahead,
that I
Luani.
agree.
Luani, go ahead.
Hey, good evening, guys. Can you hear me well?
Evening.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I 100% agree with the analysis of Jarvis and you, Nuruddin. Going into the game today, we all say that the ultimate test will see how we fare against low block. But unfortunately, Marco Silva decided to come and play football. And I think he exposed our coaching staff in a certain way today because for a large part of that game, they are out players. They are the team that were building momentum. But when you watch the game from minute 1 to the last minute, basically the only thing they were missing is a little potency in attack and their last ball that they were not getting through. Eventually, when with the introduction of Kevin, they got a little potency in attack. You don't go into a game and say that we play well and we did the things we did. And you look at the game, we surrender almost 3 goals in 25 minutes left to play. That means that we did not have momentum at any time in that game. We were the one that were playing in moment. Yes, but if you ask me a question, if I'd rather be good or be lucky, I would say I'd rather be both. And we were both today. We were good because we punished them, because we had the quality to punish them when we got our moment. And that was about it. There was really nothing, like Nuruddin, like you said, at some point, I feel like I was watching an Amorim team today. That's what happened. We play in moment, and when our moment came, we took a chance. So it's a very, very important win based on the timing, because it's not lost on us that we are in the top 4 battle and even the top 3 battle with Aston Villa, Liverpool, Chelsea, and us. Yeah. Well, but it looked like Aston Villa is the one that blinked today. Nobody else blinked. You cannot just think about us in a vacuum. Think about the other teams that are also gaining momentum. Chelsea is gaining momentum. Liverpool seem to find their form back. So we have to be careful if we want to achieve our objective, which is top 4, top 3, or whatever. We need to play better than we did today. I thought Marco Silva would literally have Iwobi and Sunderberg sit back in a low block today. No, Iwobi was everywhere. He was everywhere. It looked like Marco Silva did not really respect us enough, and they came to play football. And they outplay us for a large part of that game. That's all.
Luani, is that a surprise? Is that a surprise? If you had Iwobi and Sunderberg in your team, wouldn't you try and test Casemiro, who is, like I said already, aging, right? Wouldn't you try and test Maguire, who might have the spirit of Maguire in him? Like I don't understand why it's not okay for Carrick and for the team to say Maguire and Martinez defend. But you don't have to dominate possession today. Defend.
Right? What Jarvis is saying is not about them testing our individual player. It's more about they expose our structural defending today. It was very much a tactical battle that Marco Silva showed.
Tell me what they exposed that we did not know. Tell me what was exposed today about this team that we did not know coming into this game. What is new that we found out about the problems in this team?
Right, coming into this game, right? We played City and we played Arsenal, and they defend also in a low block. The same thing Marco Silva did today. But I promise you, watching that game today, Marco Silva's team opened us up more than City and Arsenal did. That is my worry. That is my worry. So
that's not an answer to the question, right? Because I think there is no answer to the question that I posed. Because the problems with this team are the same problems that have been there since. The difference now is that Michael Carrick has his players, one, in a more comfortable position, right? So when they have to defend, when they're under the cosh, they are more likely to recover and in a correct way, right? So they're more comfortable generally. Two, he has them feeling good. So even when the chips are down, we still have the intent to go forward for the third goal. Like what I'm trying to say is that, like, we're not saying anything new, right? And the conversation is redundant at this point if we're talking about the same problems that we all know exist. What Carrick is putting something together, guys, and we need to believe, okay?
I like your
Luani, just
euphoria,
finish.
but you see,
Luani, please, Sean. Listen, Sean is here about deflecting, yeah? Try to cut people off. Just finish your analysis, please.
yeah.
Let's go with
So
the problem.
I'll finish by saying, just based on individual performance today, I think the two standout performer that I have to give my flowers to today is Kobe Mino and Amad Diallo. They didn't put any foot wrong, but there's still a lot of things that we need to clean up because we didn't have much control in that midfield today. I was getting ready to come on today and raining on a few players, Bruno, Mbomo, and Cunha. But unfortunately, fortunately, it looked like they are the one that were the difference maker today. That's all I have to say. We just live to fight another day, and given the objective that we have, which is top 4, I think we need to play better because the team around us are gaining momentum.
I agree.
Can I just say this? I think when I watched the games against Arsenal and City, they were pretty similar, and those teams kind of played a little bit into our game. Today it was a different game from us. What I like about Michael Carrick is my big question was not whether they're going to break on us. That was something that I conceded, and it happened, and they had good spells of possession. But we were setting up in almost like a 3-2-5, and we had a nice line of 5 across against their back 4. Luke Shaw saw a lot of the ball today, and Ahmad had tons of space on the right-hand side. And he had Mbuemo, Cunha, and Bruno say, right, intricate. You saw Cunha pop up everywhere. Left, right, central. Look at where Bruno ends up to score the 3rd goal. Michael Carrick has gone to win this game. Watch any analysis you want. I'm sure you'll see it. We had a nice 5 against their 4. That was what was allowing you, Casemiro, to get the ball to Cunha. That was what was allowing you to see some of the runs in behind today was very good. But we went to win that game, and we did push high. So it's natural when a team like that gets it, they're going to come out, they're going to counter. No problem. This is a risk that you have to.
Controlled the game. We didn't
They
control
did.
the game
They did. But we're playing there, Nuruddin. If you look at the way we're setting up,
can I just say, in terms of intensity, in terms of press, in terms of winning the ball back, we were way better against Arsenal City. We absolutely suffocated City.
Yeah, that's fine. But the questions that were answered today.
Listen, let me finish.
I was talking first. Let me finish. Hang on a second, bro.
Because you just chatted rubbish, and I'm just trying to correct you.
No,
two shots.
Yeah, but Nurjan, tell us something new now, right? Or interesting. Also, the stats don't agree with you. We played well today.
Look, watch any analysis you want. Today, the questions were from the poll from the show before this. Yeah, how are we going to deal with them when we've got the ball in front of their defense, and the midfield and the defense are close and the gaps are small? What he did was he put 5. He managed to get us in positions where we had 5 right across the face. This gave us a lot. Ahmad a lot of space. Luke Shaw a lot of space. It allowed us to play in and amongst them. That's how Cunha got his goal. So Michael Carrick went into this game with a solution to the questions that I was asking myself. And if he can get us in those positions against these teams, we will get joy.
Bumbaye, they didn't play a low block. Bumbaye, you're making it out like they played a low block.
No, they didn't play a low block. I'm talking about the moments where they were in a low block, though.
They didn't play a low block.
There was moments in that game, a lot of moments.
For the first 25 minutes,
if you look, bro,
they did a mid block. There was no one moment in the game where for 10 minutes or 15 minutes that they were in a low block. They were not.
No, then 10 and 15 minutes is a long time, bro.
Let me finish.
Bro.
No, Nuruddin,
You controlled the first 25
Nuruddin,
minutes
bro.
After that, we lost control of the game. After that, we lost control of the game.
Nuruddin, let me tell you this, bro. Look, I'm not telling you that. I said to you in my opening statement, this is a game that ebbed and flowed. They had control. We had control. It was a good match. But when it came to previous managers and many previous games, when we're faced with those moments, where we have the ball and we're faced with a midfield that's static, a back four that's not moving, what do we do? Today, man, he had a good solution for that. We played in and amongst them really well when
I'm
they
trying
were
to
in those
explain to
positions.
you, Mbaye, we didn't play against a low block. We didn't.
No,
That's
why are you not listening when I'm
even in
talking?
your explanations. Listen to what you
I'm
said,
not telling you
Mbaye.
they played in the low
said
block.
their back four. You said their back four, and we
Yeah.
had 5. So
Yeah.
you mentioned that we had Luke Shaw out wide and
Ahmad.
That's not a
Yeah.
low block. We overran them with 5 and against 4. 4 is not a low block. A low block, only 11 behind the ball.
Yeah, this is what it was. In that moment,
I'm not let you tell people that's what happened. That didn't happen.
That's not the narrative of the game. That's not what happened. But in the moments where they were in the low block, we had the ball in front of that low block, where they had a back four with another 5 midfielders in front of them, and the gap was narrow between the two. That's what we did. And
I don't know. I didn't see that. I you know what? You watch it. I just say that, in my opinion, that didn't happen. Big up to Ahmad Titanium. Thank you so much.
Honestly, if I don't know if you guys can. There's so many instances of that in the game. You'll see it.
Okay.
And we had a narrow front three today, and they're all played pretty well.
I'll just conclude with this, right?
We were worth our 2-0 lead.
Let me get the super chat. Big up, I am Titanium. Thank you so much for the super chat. Big up, guys. I hope you all well. Which football or athlete inspired you the most as a kid? Can we come up to this? Can we answer this question after? Because we're in the middle of analyzing the game.
Wayne Rooney.
Thank you so much, though. I'll save it and we'll come back to it. Go ahead, Luani.
What I would like to conclude my thing with is that listen to Jarvis. When Jarvis is talking about the XG, I'm not a number guy, but it's a very important thing to bring up. In the past 2 games, we have considered.
Luani, I don't believe in XG. I'm not a big fan of XG. Okay. I saw it with my own eyes. I don't look for fucking bullshit XG.
All right.
They had more shots.
The first game.
That's what
they had one more shot than us, one more shot, right? And their XG was 1.9. Ours was 1.7.
No, let me go. Right, the first game we have a clean sheet against one of the best offense in the league, and the last 2 games we considered 4 goals. What it means to me is the coaches are adapting. Like Jarvis said, Arteta have more information, and then now Marco Silva have more information as well. All I'm saying is those 2 teams around us on our coattail, Liverpool and Chelsea, they are also involved in the same objective as us. And if we want to finish, where we in the top 4, we need to play better. You do not get involved in the top 4 race by conceding 3 goals, because let's face it, we concede 3 goals within 25 minutes. That's not the team that let you challenge for top 4 in this league. 3 goals, 1 was disallowed.
Lonnie.
We win with individual brilliance in the past 2 games. We consider 4 goals, but in the past 2 games, our striker, our attackers bail us out. That's why the XG that Jarvis is bringing out is so important. Today, I saw Carrick on the touchline. He was getting out coached, but he couldn't do. He was clueless. I'll be honest with you. He couldn't change it.
So there is this version of football, right, that Luani, Jarvis, and Nuruddin are presenting for us, right, which in my opinion is a fantasy. And then there's real life, right, real life football, which as Bumaye was saying, ebbs and flows. So I'm looking at the stats of the game, right, and I see one team XG 1.9, the other one 1.7. It's the argument that you guys are putting forward that everybody has more information about Carrick now. It's not as good an argument as you think, because by that logic, Arsenal should have lost today to Leeds. Don't they have a season's worth of information on Arteta's football? Why can't they stop him? I put your knowledge of Carrick's football against the skills and talents of Cunha and Mbeumo, right? And Kobe Mino in midfield, right? And the rigidity that Maguire and Martinez are giving me at the back. I don't understand why people feel like football needs to be solved, right? Like there's a master key that Carrick or a super coach is just unlock and everything will just be good. And no, a game is about attacking and defending. You put your attackers against my defenders. Let's play, right? Let's play football. And that's what we saw today. We saw a team that can play and that will play. So bring it on, right? Don't penalize these guys and penalize Carrick for not being a perfect coach today, right? For not being completely in control of everything. I'm sorry, but that's an unrealistic expectation. right? We saw a team today that could play, a team that, in my opinion, until we conceded one miracle goal, the best goal that guy is going to score in his life, right? And the penalty. Until we conceded those goals, in my opinion, we were in charge. And the stats back me up because it was a pretty close game. Like Fulham had one more shot than us, right? We had a relatively same amount of possession, same amount of completed passes. So it was a relatively even game. But the quality that we paid for in the summer came through for us. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to penalize my team for having good players or for having a strong mentality.
You're a good fan, man. Yeah, next, you're a good fan. I have to give you that. Support. You have to.
I totally disagree with everything he said. Today was
and I welcome that. I welcome the disagreement.
Today I disagree with everything you said. There was not one moment in the game that I thought Manchester United were fully in control of this game, even without the ball. But against City, I knew we were in control of the ball. Everybody and their nan knew we were in control of that game. Against Arsenal, we were in control of that game. And we showed it in the second half. We were by far the better team. Today, the only difference between us and Fulham is that the only thing I agree with what you said, Sean, is that they didn't have Sesko, they didn't have Acuna, they didn't have a Casemiro, and we did. And that's the big difference. But in terms of approach and control, they bopped us today. I sat halfway line today in the stadium, and I was just like, second half, I was biting my nails. Look, I'll show you, I was biting my nail. I was just like that. And you know what, in a game where I'm biting my nails, tells you everything I know about what game I'm watching. But I want to talk about the qualities that we did today. We can go around houses. I thought Casemiro was phenomenal again today, even though he got tired, Jarvis, after 65 minutes. I go to Eski first, sorry. Eski, and then go to Jarvis. He got tired around 65 minutes because the way we were pressing, like Jarvis said. But I thought his no-look pass, his header was phenomenal. The pass, the weight of the pass. All Cunha had to do, let it come across his body and roof it. If that path is overhit slightly, that takes him even wider. I think Cunha goal is special because it was from a tight angle still. People, there's 150 of you in here, and we've not even got 100 likes. We've been live for nearly an hour. Come on, people. So come on, smash a like on the channel. But that low-look pass and the header were phenomenal. 60 minutes for me, he was panting a lot. He was doing this, and the TV, they only shows you where the ball is. But off the camera, he was touching his legs. He was like hovering, and he had to go off. I understand that. Tell me about his performance today, and tell me who else's performance that you liked today. Give me the 3 players that you thought were. I thought the Sesko finish. There, if you look at the finish again, he doesn't look at the goal. He just looks at the ball. He focuses on the ball. Brilliant. But those 2 goals were special today. But who else do you think played well? I thought Kobe did well. Me personally, who else did well today?
For me, like I want to say, I was highlighting Casemiro before, but the no-look pass and the way, everything about it was sensational. I want to say, I was coming on these streams and talking about Cunha, saying, it's not really lived up to it for me and whatever. Sesko's let me down, but under the last few, whether it is just the Carrick effect or whether it is just a culmination of understanding the team and understanding the players a bit more. I mean, Cunha, not so much leeway, he understands the league. Sesko, I understand, but maybe it's just come all together now. These players are performing. I mean, Michael Carrick, if you look at the substitutions he's making as well, it's the subs are coming on, impacting games. Could have scored with his first touch today. Sesko with the header, come off the bar, second one went over. Cunha's coming on, having games when he's starting now, having an impact. So I think for me, like you're saying, Casemiro, great performance today. I think I'm going to highlight Bruno because again, I think there's a lot of people in the fan base that think Bruno is an issue. My issue with Bruno wasn't him. It was when Amrin was trying to play him in a double pivot when he's never played there before. That's just the Amrin thing. I never really went on at Bruno. When he gives the ball away in our own half, I'm going to go on at him. I'm going to go on at anyone who gives the ball away in our own half. That's just wrong. Just at a Man United level of football, especially at home, you're not giving the ball away in your own half. I don't give a shit. So for me, I've got to give it Bruno because that second goal, the winner that we got, that run that he's done over there, the dummy against Calvin Bassey. This is Calvin Bassey, by the way. This is no joke. If Bruno doesn't get that crossing early as well, he's just going to get that ball. straight away, Calvin Bassey, he's just going to get that ball there, and then just the shot's not on. Ball comes in there, beats one defender. Sesko, like you're saying as well, just doesn't look at the goal, because the goal post don't move. Top strikers know this. The goal post is just right there. He's seen where he is in relation to the goalkeeper and the goal. The ball's come in, one touch, look down. The touch is great. When you see it from the aerial view, the touch is just a couple yards to his right if he's facing the goal. Come there, spins around, defender's nowhere near him, bang, whacks it in there. No, I didn't have any doubt he was going to score there, because the way he was looking at the ball, like, he's looking fantastic. There's a couple of good goals he scored recently, you know. I mean, the header was decent as well that he scored, but, you know, the 1-2 touch finishes, I think it was, the 2-1 touch finishes, was it against Burnley? I think he scored that brace, wasn't it? So 2 great goals he scored there again today. I think he's really at it. So for me, I'll give it Casemiro, I'll give it Bruno, and who else can I give it to today? I'm going to give it Martinez, you know. Martinez has just been about. There's one time in the game where, you know, Jimenez is asking for a foul, and he's just looking at him, and they're like, how can you ask for a foul on Martinez? You've got out-muscled again in midfield. Honestly, such a tenacious guy. I think he's one of the best ball-playing defenders in Europe. When you see him, we don't score that goal against Arsenal that we did. Sorry?
He's the best guy, the central defender in England with the ball at his feet. And
yes, yeah.
Like having a sick midfielder.
You are. This is what I'm saying. People say play in midfield. This is why people are saying play midfield, not because of his size, not because of his you know, athleticism. It's because of his passing. Like this, he breaks through lines of pass like Michael Carrick. Honestly, he does. When we score, watch the Cunha go back again that we did against Arsenal. Yeah, when you see him, he comes forward a little bit. That one touch pass into it Colby, and then he plays a 1-2 and goes through Thingy's legs to give it to fucking Cunha when he scores. But you watch that pass there, it's Lissandro's there, and he can see that one pass. And then when you've got someone like Colby in midfield who can dead a ball, his awareness is that good. You ping him a pass, and he will just keep the ball. So some players, when you give him the ball, it's like, oh, I'm not sure, I might give it away. Colby's one of them players where it's like, yeah, no, he's going to retain this. He's sensational. So for me, I'm going to give it Martinez today. Might be unlikely shout, people might not say it, but yeah, for me, three players today: Casemiro, Bruno, Martinez.
Jarvis, positives from today.
Yeah, people gotta realize I'm not coming here trying to be negative. I'm just saying, saying it as I see it, and when I analyze the game, I do it properly.
Jarvis, please stop. Jarvis, to stop. Don't need to fucking apologize.
Yeah, you don't need, man. The way
you all watched what we saw in the game. Nobody's been negative. People just disagree. Some people watch it in the game. That's all it is. That's all it is.
And that's what I'm stating. That's what I'm stating also. So I just want to say to Sean, when it comes to how I see the game, you know, it's not that I'm saying it to try to bring down even Carrick or the players or anyone. You know, I'm just, it worries me looking ahead for what's coming if we don't have any other tricks up our sleeve, to say it like that. Because now we had done the same thing for 3 games. I was hoping that this game would give me more answers. I was hoping that I would see Man United trying to build up and do things in possession, but we do things in, you know, what I liked today was the fluidity between our front 3. You could see sometimes Bruno moving a lot of the time to the right. You could see Cunha moving inwards as the striker, and Bumo wandering to the left. So they were shifting positions a lot of the time, and that gave Fulham a lot of problems. So our attacking patterns are really good. I like what I see when we are attacking, but it's usually on transitions. You know, when we have the chance, when we play over one line of press, and then we have open spaces, and we set up the tempo. So again, I would have loved to see us taking charge of the game, having possession, playing around them from one side to the other, and putting them under real pressure, you know, squeeze them to win the game. But we didn't. I don't know, maybe it's not the Carrick way. And also I would say players that was good today. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I think Dalot had a fantastic game on his right back.
Yeah,
as a fullback, he's doing well, and people have got to start realizing this soon. You know, as long as you don't have to contribute into attack all the time, you know, we are well set on our right hand side. Bruno drifts over, Ahmad is there, and Dalot is just behind, you know, shielding and being also part of the rest defense. He has quick legs. He's a good defender. So again, you know, I think he can come really good in this Carrick system, at least for the rest of the season. And also, I gotta commend Kobe Mainu. Wow, what a player! You know, when you look at Kobe Mainu, you know it's nothing flashy, it's nothing extraordinary, but he makes difficult things seem very simple in the way he plays football. And that's the hardest part. You know, he's elegant in the way he plays. He makes everything tick, takes down the ball, calm, composed. And that tackle he had today, I think that was something else on Jimenez, you know, that made me jump up out of my seat seeing it. I can't play it, but I can show you the picture. It was a fucking brilliant tackle. And this is what I would like to see more from Kobe Mainu, like coming in, showing some passion and really meaning it, being on fire. And you see this more and more. And also we talked about this when it comes to Kobe Mainu on my channel earlier, that you can see Kobe Mainu starting to dictate the play a little bit more, shifting from one side to the other. Although it's not Paul Scholes-esque in how he shifts play, it comes down a little bit too slow, a little bit too high. Yet, but I see him working on it, and I have to commend him. He's starting to become that type of midfielder I would like to see. So Kobe Mainu, wow, what an improvement! And I have to say it again. Amorim, he really scammed us when it came to Kobe Mainu. You know, it's beyond me how he didn't find Kobe Mainu good enough to play in that pivot.
But Jarvis, I don't blame Amorim. I blame the football club. There's a big difference. That wasn't just on Amorim. It was on the football club. But yeah, Luani, anything that you thought about the game that you loved or liked, the players that you thought stood out today? Thank you, by the way. Big up to you, though. You're usually giddy and get carried away telling me we're going to smash this, but big up to you. You watched the game that me and Jarvis watched today. That's what game you watched. I don't know what game some of the people watched, but you watched the game that we watched.
My analysis have always been performance-based. It doesn't matter who the coach is. If we don't perform, I have to come here and tell the truth. When we speak about Arsenal, remember, Arsenal is a team that's very functional. They don't have any individuality. And if the only time you beat them is if they beat themselves. That's it. So I'm sad to say they are in pole position to win this league, and they will win it based on the way they play. Now come back to us today. The way the players that I think are top performers. I usually don't like to go for the one that are that appear on the stat sheet, because if I do, the name of Bruno will have to come all the time, and I don't like him. So I like to go more for the one that are close to perfection as possible, that did not put any foot wrong. And the two that share that note today is Kobe Mainu and Amad Diallo, because those two out of our team, I don't think our team will be the same. They never put a single foot wrong. Their passes on point. They hold the ball when they need to hold it, and they release it when they need to release it. The only thing I have to say about Amad Diallo's game, and I wish he works on, is that he make the hardest thing look easy. The way he take on his fullback, he make it look so easy. But then the easiest thing, when he need to calm down his heart rate and slot it in, he put his foot through the ball, which make him always shoot straight at the keeper. I've seen that a few times. When he come to that area, he just need to calm down and pick a corner. If I was Michael Carrick and his team, we'll be working on that scenario all the time. We'll put a couple of cones down to that corner area, have him cut in, and work on curling the ball around the goalkeeper all the time, rather than just putting his foot through. And that he will become a more dangerous striker. That's the only thing I have to say. Otherwise, those two performers today, Kobe Mainu, my God, what a player. What a player. And Amad Diallo. That's it for me.
Wow. I was listening when I dropped off, and there was a lot of solemn declarations about how people have to say the truth about what they see, right? And I don't know who would expect anything less or different. Um, and I'm only just saying it as I saw it myself. My
Okay.
two, my
You
two
also
players.
think that they're going to win the league, but give me your 3 players that you
Oh,
thought.
oh
Give
no!
me your 3.
Believe that, right? And just when we're in taking the title race, just remember where you heard it first, right? Because what I know from my own years of playing football and from watching football all these many years is that a lot of it is vibes. And so if the vibes are right, anything is possible. And right now, I promise you the vibes are right. Right? When that ball first got to Sesko, I thought the touch was wrong. I thought we had lost the chance because he took like a wrong touch or something like that. Or was just unlucky. But without even looking at the goal, like you said, he took a shot and he scored. 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, that doesn't happen because Sesko isn't feeling confident, right? And so these are the things that like you can't quantify. But if you know what to look for and you can pay attention, you will recognize what is going on basically at this in this United team right now. So like for me, I'll give Sen Lament a shout for the player of this game. I think he's easily right becoming a leader in the team, somebody that you can rely on. So not just for like distribution or for not being Onana, because even buying there, right, he wasn't Onana, but he wasn't anything to write him about either. Lamed is pulling off high pressure, high profile saves when you need him to, right? And I'm here for that. And then the second guy, as everyone is saying, Kobe Mino, man, free Kobe indeed. I wonder what Amorim is thinking somewhere. And I think this is a lesson for many people, myself included, right? Because, in the past, we've seen this type of situations where it's a player versus a manager.
Moments we play bad, good. Sometimes we play bad.
What is that?
Moments we play bad, good. Sometimes we play bad.
You asked the
What's
question.
going
What
on here?
Cameron thinking? Big up,
No,
John.
no, he's a terrorist, right? And Amorim, I think, deserves to really reflect on his contributions to United, because he was trying to convince all of us that this team needed to suffer, right, for us to be great. I don't know, 3 years later. So I share everybody's concerns, right, about the flaws in the team. I don't want there to be an impression that I don't. I totally share all the concerns. I share the concerns about how, ineffective our press looks sometimes. I think we lost something today for not having Dorgu. Um, but I generally think we have a very good team, right? And so I want to reiterate, whether it's Arsenal, City, Fulham, Spurs next week, bring your players, bring your ideas, try it, right? I'm confident that with Maguire, Martinez, Luke Shaw, Casemiro on his once a week mission, Kobe Mino, the best midfielder in the world right now, Bruno Fernandes, Mbemo, Cunha, and somebody else. We have what it takes to come up against anyone in the league, right? I believe that with every fiber of my being. And I think if the players themselves imbibe that belief, we'll be unstoppable. So, you heard it first, guys. That's just.
All right.
I've
The
got
one thing
a
I
huge
agree with
smile
you
on
is
my face.
definitely is Togu's athleticism. But go ahead, Bombay.
Yeah, man. I thought everybody played well today. There wasn't really a bad performance. The only thing I'd say is the amount of ball I felt Luke Shaw had. We didn't really get a lot of quality from Luke. A lot of the balls didn't beat the first man, and they were wayward. I
I
think
thought it
maybe
was
Dorgu
horrendous
there.
today. I'm not gonna lie
I,
to you. I thought he had no energy. You can't get up and down anymore, like I explained last time. I don't
I
think
think
he's got the same athleticism to play as a left back. But go ahead.
Yeah, I think Dorgu there today might have caused a hell of a different problem. The first guy really that stuck out to me, that it just gave us rhythm, man. He's there. And one of the things I liked about today, and I'm liking more and more in this team that is coming on strong, is how we retain the ball and we're playing with purpose. We're punching balls into feet, the kind of balls that you see other teams do, and you wonder, why don't you do it? It's there. And that's Kobe Minu, man. Just gave you rhythm today. He's a wonderful player to just play off. Easy, just floats around there, available, good on the ball. And what I liked about Cubs, Cobbs is still a young man in a team with people like Bruno, man, people like Casemiro. He's just come back into the team now. But Cobbs today put a ball over. I think it might have been to Bruno. And if Bruno latches onto it, we're in. So to see that, I hope I see more of that. And Cobb was switching the ball as well, out to Luke Shaw and out to Ahmad, which was good. So Cobbs today for me gave us a lot of rhythm, man, in the game. And he was an important part of the rhythm when we had them in front of their box and we were trying to get through. The second player I felt was Ahmad. I think Ahmad is a handful. I thought exactly what Luani thought. We know you're going to cut inside, and as soon as you do, something's going down. It's just curling that ball a bit better. He tried to actually curl that one, but he's not getting the curl on it, bro. If he had Anthony's curl left foot, he'd be lethal. So work on that a bit. But Ahmad's work rate and how he looks after the ball, and he's maturing as well, Ahmad, in the choices that he's making. It's not all about just, face him up, go. He knows when to go, the right pass to play. He's maturing in his game, I feel, Ahmad. He's fantastic. Really good play. Yeah. I actually thought Maguire was doing a great game, and then that kind of fell apart a little bit. But Lisandro Martinez, man, is fantastic. And Casemiro, I'm going with 4 today, I think Cas, man, is just a general. You can see how players look at Cas. He will be missed for his presence in that team. He'll be part of the leadership group and consummate pro, man. And Martinez is just on the ball, man. It doesn't matter. You can press and press and press. He's unbelievable. So calm, always the right pass, just brings a calmness generally. And, you have to be careful because he will lick balls, as Eski rightly said, hard, fast into feet through the midfield. If you can get control of that and turn, the game's in front of you. And Martinez has the ability to dink a beautiful ball over, man, and find people. I think, I don't know who played. There was 3 balls that stick out in my mind today. One, Cunha was running through. The other one was Bruno. And then the other one was Mbeumo. Kobe played one. Martinez played one. I think Bruno played one. When you have 3 players that can do that kind of thing, defenders and managers, they have to be careful when they decide to push up. Because we've seen Martinez against City last season for Ahmad's goal, the dink over. What a ball that was. So when you have a defender, it's not like just switch a 50-yard ball out wide, but we're talking about beautiful, lovely, weighted glider into the channel, into the path. That can cause a lot of problems. But I felt we recycled today. Kept the ball really well. There's some really good intricate passes, and we were making runs in behind against Fulham, which I never ever see. The thing I was discussing that City do when Silva finds Sterling and people go, we tried that stuff, So it was a great game, man. Fulham are a really, really, really good team, But I felt that Carrick answered some of my questions today when we were in the moments where the game looked exactly as we thought it might have played out. It was just moments. They didn't play like that at all, especially the second half. But in those moments, I felt, there's definitely much more substance than there has been in the past. And it was a positive sign.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up. Chat, get your man of the match in, and I'll put that in the thing. I asked a little statement before about the game, and I asked, did we get away with one today? And 65% of you said yes, 35% of you said no. I'm going to end this poll and ask for your man of the match.
Shout out to the 35%, man.
65% that watched the game. Big up to you. Who was your player of the match? Who was today? Yeah. Big up Luani. Luani, I'm going to ask you, Spurs is the next game. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. First of all, your man of the match. And looking ahead to Spurs second half, really impressive performance against City. What type of game do you expect from and what do you expect Carrick to change things?
I hope so. My man of the match, I said, like Kobe Mino and Amad Diallo. When it comes to Spurs, I know we'll be facing a different type of wingers that we face today. Different type of midfield. And Solanke, I don't know if he got injured today or if he was just taken off, but he scored 2 goals today, I think. So it'll be a different proposition. I don't rate Thomas Frank because I think he's too pragmatic, but it's a competent Premier League team. So I don't think it'll be that much of a difficult match. I'm more worried about West Ham. That's speaking of form. And the last time we played them, they didn't have. I think Somerville was not available, and he is being the difference maker for them. So I'm more worried about West Ham. To be honest with you, Spurs not too much because of the way Thomas Frank is coaching them. I think we can overwhelm them in the midfield. The only quality they have is Bissouma, who have been on the bench for a while, and then coming up trying to gain form. But I think we should be fine. Todibo is not. I don't rate him. So the only thing I think Carrick can do, and I expected today, I didn't see, was to rotate. I wanted him to rotate so bad today because I think Mbomo was having a bad game from the beginning. He didn't give us much today, and Sesko, we could have used Sesko since the beginning. So I also wanted him to rotate in the center-back position because I think our center-backs are already getting exposed to a certain extent. We conceded 4 goals in 2 games. So he definitely have to change something when it comes to that lineup. And I hope he trusts the youngsters and start putting them in Eden Heaven need a game. He can't just go from being hot to cold like that, being frozen on the lineup, even though we're getting good result. Same thing applies to Lenny Euro. And same thing applied to Sesko as well. They need to start. So a few of them need to start. That's all I wish.
I hear you, Loani, that Sesko could start. I don't know if I necessarily need change just for change's sake. With Mbeumo, we're talking about one of the top 10 goal scorers in the league this season, right? It has been a funky season for strikers in general, but whatever you want to say about Mbeumo, he's a killer. And I'm glad he's on our team, right? So the idea of him going to the bench, I don't know. I think Ahmad might go to the bench before Mbeumo does. And we see Sesko, Mbeumo, and Cunha on the left. But I want to tell everybody a statement, right? And this statement that I'm about to say, you can take it to the bank and collect £10 million from them. Man United is going to beat Spurs next weekend. Right? And it doesn't matter who you put in front of us. It doesn't matter how the game goes. There's something in the air at United right now. And Spurs are just not going to be able to. Yeah. So something is cooking in the pot, right? And we're going to go and put Uncle Cass on ice. He's going to go and chill, right? The only rotation maybe does Mazraoui coming for Dalo. I don't know. Uncle Luke Shaw as well. Luke Shaw is an OG. He needs to take it easy, or maybe he actually might be on the bench, I think, and Dalot goes to the left to deal with what Spurs have on the flanks. But in general, I'm not worried. I just don't see how Spurs can contain this United team, right? So absent a meteor that strikes Carrington and kills like half of the squad. I'm sorry, guys. 2 points in the bag.
I'm going to the bank.
Quickly, Sean. Take a broad view at the result today, yesterday and today. You see the way Chelsea won yesterday. They come from behind the same way we won today, almost. You see the way Liverpool won yesterday. It was the Ekitike show. Those 2 teams are the one we're competing against. It's good to have our hopes up because we just want to go. But we cannot also ignore that those 2 teams around us are also gaining momentum, and they also
good for them.
They vying for the same thing that we are vying for. So
good for them, right? But let's add some context. Chelsea didn't win the same way we did. Chelsea were down 2 goals and they looked hopeless, right? There was no time at any point in time today where we like that. Chelsea is coming out to the field with Badashil and whoever. Their defense is in shambles. Aside from Reece James and Cucurella, right? The rest of that back 4 basically might as well be me and you. Right, so we're not on the same level, and Liverpool spent 100 million twice in the season. So of course the Ekitike guy is banging, but again, they are dealing with the sort of Damocles, I guess, hanging over Slot's neck and everyone's neck, right? About how much of a disaster their season is turning out. They're going to get knocked out of Champions League, I promise you. And if you're not careful this season, they'll find their way out of top four because their problems, unlike ours, are structural, right? Like they have deeper, I think. Let me say unlike ours. Like us, they also have structural problems, right? Even deeper ones, dare me say. So I'm worried about them, right, Luani, but we can't focus on them. The important thing is what can we bring to the table as United? How do we show up on a day like today, where it looks like thanks to a miracle goal, we're about to drop points at home? How do we show up? That's the important thing. And as long as our players continue to show up the way they have been, I think in terms of quality, right, where we can go pound for pound or even out pound anybody in the league.
Fair.
I need to start drinking what you're drinking or what you're smoking. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ben, where are you? Jump on to get your sense. Jarvis, who's your man of the match? Joe, you didn't tell us who your man of the match is, Sean. Who's your man of the match?
Man of the match. I'll give the Copenhagen. Starboy.
Okay. There you go. Go ahead, Jarvis, and then we'll go to Eski.
Yeah, guys. My man of the match was Casemiro today, close contender with Mainu, but also honorable mention Slummens, some fantastic saves, and also Bruno. You know, we had a good game going forward in the number 10, creates a lot, and it makes things looks very elegant and simple sometimes, and I like it. He looks more free now, not bound by the shackles of playing in the double pivot. I just wanna ask a question, and maybe we can do a quick one around the table, and the question is as follows. You know, it's about Carrick's dilemma, because now going forward, you talked about what we're going to do against Thomas Frank and Spurs. So the dilemma for Carrick now is to maintain the current structure and risk to be predictable and found out, or to rotate the setup and risk like disrupting the moment, the feel good vibe that we have going on, and also there are some trade-offs. You know, we maybe we should try to switch it up, start Sesko, do something else, but then you risk to break up the patterns. You know, the rhythms, the relationship that has been founded now with for example, Mbumo and Bruno and all of this. So it's a difficult one for Carrick. You know, you got to know what you're doing in the next couple of games. I don't know what you guys would have done. Do you think it's the best for him to switch it up, or just to keep status quo?
It's good. It's a good question, bro, that you posed.
No.
Today, man, the game ebbed and it flowed. You have a reason why you play in Buemo. You saw that reason against City and Arsenal, but it's good that you have options. I think it depends the type of game that we're going into. So if today we all had Sesko, we had Sesko down as maybe starting this, we thought it might. A lot of us thought, okay, low block, but can we contain the breaks? It wasn't that game in the end, was it? I talked about this day before yesterday. If it's that game, if we envisage that game, but at the moment, man, the team has a nice balance about it. I would like to see. Yeah, I know rotation and stuff, and heaven was hot, but right now, man, really, over the last 3 games, that centre-back pairing is brilliant. Dalot's playing really well. Dorgu's out, so Shaw has to play. I mean, to me, the way the team is in this 4-2-3-1 kind of thing it's got a lot going for it.
But it can't be the same. It can't be the same tactics. With the same tactics? Every game.
What tactics do you think we could do? Or the other ones, like how would you do it? What would you change? What could you change?
Today, I think what Jarvis said, majority of us in the stadium were asking, Why can't
Which
we
is
stop pressing and giving them the whole middle today? We did that for Fulham. Why don't we just do a mid block or come back and just get into shape other than doing this
so that's
mindless pressing?
so that's your strategy in it, Nuruddin. That's not changing the way that we play. That's just saying, okay, drop off 10 yards, don't press anymore. But it's still the same thing.
No, but what I'm saying to you, it needs to be flexibility. And yes, in terms of changes, I think Cunha scored today, but I actually don't think he played well. I genuinely thought we missed Dogu's energy. We missed Dogu's robustness and physicality and the running power that Dogu gives us. This team is in trouble if Casemiro was to get injured or Kobe was to get injured. I don't want to look too far ahead, people. I'm just telling you, in terms of what we've got right now, I think you can say Mbeumo didn't pull up trees. I said in the last 2 games against City and against Arsenal, he didn't play well. He scored goals, but he didn't play well. Today, he didn't. I don't think he played that well today either. I thought he missed a couple of times. He's falling over the ball. And to be fair, one thing, it might be good to take him out of the game because I don't know if you saw it, but it might have been the cameraman that covered it. But when he came off, he was on the floor feeling his legs. I don't know if he's got cramp in Mbeumo. I don't know if he had a cramp or he was injured before he got substituted. So there's a lot to do. But listen, I just want to get you in a minute, Bombay. Let me just get Ben in. Ben, how you doing? You good?
Yes, big up everyone.
Turn out of the demo, mate. Even though Alien Terror's telling me I can't talk about the demo, I will talk about the demo. Huge fucking turnout. Close the fucking megastore for about 40 minutes to an hour. Absolutely big. Lost my voice. You know the rest. But yeah, Jeremy checking Liverpool. There we go. Deal agreed. That is mad, you know. Liverpool, look at Liverpool, yeah. They want to finish in the top. That's what I'm saying. They want this fucking top 5, top 4. They go and spend fucking money. It's fucking ridiculous. By the way, it was their best performance of the season this season anyway. But go ahead, Ben. How did you see the game? I thought we got bullied in large parts of the game today. We got bullied.
Yeah, big up everyone, big up the chat, man, big up to everyone on the panel. Free Palestine. Do you know what, man? It's very mixed feelings for me today. The positive, I'm glad we won the game. I thought Casemiro, absolutely outstanding. Le Mans, he's just this keeper's just going to be under the radar for some of the fans. I think we've got a bright future in our hands for Le Mans. I think he was absolutely phenomenal today. But Casemiro, man, honestly, it's going to be a big miss. And people thought Matic was going to be, wasn't going to be a big miss. But look where we're at now, people. We need people, we need players when Casemiro leaves that are like so defensively minded, like Casemiro, like Matic, like Carrick back in the day, like Herrera back in the day, like Sanderberg. Oh, Jarvis, that man.
Give him a call.
Jarvis, I promise you right now, that man is just phenomenal, bro. He just bopped us around the park today, bro. But like I said, man, on the pitch, I think Casemiro would be my man of the match. But, bro, the man of the match as a whole is the fans. It's the protest. It's closing the megastore, most importantly. It's not about protesting. It's closing that megastore. Once that megastore started closing the shutters, that was probably better than winning the lottery. And I'm being fucking serious, man. I'm putting up the lottery against this, bro. Seeing that those shutters close in that megastore, it made me so fucking happy, man. But you know what, man? We need more. We need more. We need to be doing that every home game, man. But look, realistically, bro, onto the game, man. I don't want to hear anyone from the panel, anyone from the panel or anyone from the chat can challenge my argument. But today it says it all, man. These players, when they play against lower-sided teams, all they care about is their fucking wages. Bro, if I'm on 300 bags a week, 200 bags a week, 150 bags a week, bro, I'm thinking, here, I'll show up at the City. I'll show up the City game here, but see at the Fulham game, I'll just do my own thing. I don't really give a shit, man. Bro, I'm sorry, man. Yes, money's not everything, bro, but in this modern day world we live in, especially in these footballers, they love their money. They love their money they're getting spent every week. Bro, Bruno Fernandes, yes, he played well towards the end there. He got a brilliant assist, bro. But that was the only one good thing he did, the goal game. Yes, he got the goal winner for the assist. But, bro, he didn't do anything the game. And Bumo, same again, bro. Not one thing. Cunha, really good goal, man. But I just think we were just so sloppy on the ball, bro. We allowed Fulham to have majority of the ball, man. And that just says it all, bro. Says it all. I don't really need to like go in on the tactics, man. Like, because it was it was actually kind of hard to watch at times, man, because we were just basically gifting them the ball, like, and we're at home, we're at fucking home. Jesus Christ, man! Like, I actually think we got a wee bit lucky today, bro. We didn't deserve to win. We did not deserve to win. We should have at least got a draw, man. And I felt kind of bad for Fulham, man, because they were the better fucking team, man. But I think it just comes down to partially we're not.
Is this Fulham FC channel? Why are we feeling bad for Fulham, Ben? Timeouts. Yellow card.
No, we're feeling bad. We're feeling bad because we've just literally gotten away with one there. And like the reason why we didn't like, they didn't really play a low block. They played like a mid block.
Didn't you see Ahmad and Mbeumo and Cunha dancing? Why are we feeling bad for Fulham?
Bro, because I know where my club is at, Sean. I don't care, man. I really don't care. Today's game as well, man. Like, the reason why we didn't really torn them apart is because we're not drifting the defenders away. We're not drifting the midfielders away. Like, bro, they were literally compacting that midfield, man. They weren't literally giving us anything in that game apart from the width. Hence why Ama was so far wide and Cunha was so far wide. They actually weren't compacting the midfield today. They're more worried about the width. We're just going back to these old days, man. Just keep it fucking basic, bro. Why are we changing stuff? Why are we changing tactics? Doesn't make any sense, man. But look, bro, honestly, Sander Berg, what a performance, man. That guy is absolutely phenomenal. Big up to Jarvis for scouting him and saying how good he is, man. He is absolutely phenomenal. What a perfect replacement he would be, bro. But honestly, man, it's
yeah,
like
Ben,
I said,
take your own point to its conclusion, right? You're talking about how good Sander Berg is. I agree with you. What about how good Iwobi is as well? Don't you think they would give any team in the Premier League a hard time?
No, I thought Iwobi wasn't great today, man. I thought Zanderberg was the man today, bro. He was playing through the lines. He was doing everything. I thought Iwobi was quite quiet today, bro. In my opinion, I thought Zanderberg was phenomenal.
Ben, we watched a different game, bro. Iwobi was fantastic today for them, man. Iwobi and Zanderberg ran the game.
Well, look, all my fans. I mean, bro, they won the midfield battle, though, Nerd. Like, that's what I was. Yeah.
Listen, Zanderberg was class. Zanderberg, go ahead, Jarvis.
But can I just finish off? Sorry, just one finish. One.
No. I just want to add to with the Sander Berg and Iwobi thing. Basically, Sander Berg carries Iwobi. He drags him around the pitch and opens up spaces for him. So Iwobi played a good game, but for me, it's basically the movement of Sander Berg. He helps him tremendously. And imagine seeing Sander Berg playing with Kobe Mainu in the midfield. Wow, what a composed duo who can actually do something. So for me, it will never happen, but come on, Man United. Do something sensible once.
There's the notion that I want to challenge from Ben when he says that when these players are paid a lot of wages, their performance is not important for them anymore. I really, really challenge that because it's not necessarily the case. Not everybody is Jadon Sancho. Not everybody is Anthony Martial. There are some of these players that really take pride in the game that they play, regardless of how much they paid. Some of these players, there's a whole community that depend on the money that they make. That's why Sadio Mane will get up and leave Liverpool because he feels he's not valued, and go to Saudi because he wants to make more money. Not because he doesn't love the game, he loves more money, but because there is their livelihood. Just like we take our jobs seriously when we're making good money off it. It's the same thing for them, nothing else.
I disagree, man. Like you mentioned Saudi, we are pretty much a Saudi team, man, because in normal Premier League clubs, like the max you would probably get, forget about fucking City. City are fucking they're oil money, obviously with their fucking Zionist owner. But see our team, man, right now, like, bro, if you're in modern day football, the max you're probably getting is about 70 or 80,000 pounds a week, man. Whereas us United, we're gifting people 200,000 pounds a week, 300, bro. That's some serious fucking money. And yes, Luani, what you're saying may be like to some degree true, but bro, what can I say? What can I really say?
Is our highest earner, but he's a consummate professional. But he's like that for most of the people who play football.
All I'm saying
because
is, Luani,
we have the impression that these footballers are trust fund baby. It's not all of them. Most of them went through some grueling team before they get to that level. So as a reward, when they are paid for what the effort that they put through, they didn't forget where they're coming from.
well, they're not putting the effort in though. I can go around 75% of the players didn't put a Man United performance in for the home crowd today. 75% of the players. Only about four players can hold their heads up high today. That's
All
what
right,
I'm trying to
all
say.
right, Ben. Listen, Ben, we got it. We got you, bro. It's just a point of a disagreement. We've been here for 1 hour and 40 minutes. I wanted to answer the question, and I always want to stay true to Titanium. Ask the question. Big up, guys. Hope you well. Which footballers or athletes inspired you the most? I'll stay with you, Ben, and ask that question. And then I'll come to Eski's man of the match. And your man of the match as well, Ben, quickly.
Yes,
bro, I've got to jump off.
Yeah, go
okay, run by you, dude. You answer it before you go quickly.
Muhammad Ali, bro, without shadow of a doubt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ben.
All right, gents. Good night.
I think for athletes, definitely Muhammad Ali. But for footballers, people will be kind of surprised about this, but I mean, it's not George Best, sadly, because I will say George Best obviously is homegrown and stuff, but it's actually Ronaldinho, man. I just like see Ronaldinho. I absolutely, because years and years ago when I was a kid, man, I actually had very, very long hair. And like everyone was calling me Jimmy, what do you call him? Robbie Savage, bro. Like the English Robbie Savage. And man, honestly, seeing Ronaldinho back in the day, like FIFA Street, all that sort of stuff when I was a kid. I just was always focused on Ronaldinho, who Ronaldinho really was. Like his background story as a footballer was just absolutely phenomenal, man. But Ronaldinho for me, man. I love Ronaldinho. Always will be, man. He got me into football, man.
No,
go ahead, Eski and Jordan.
Me, what was the question, Jordan?
In the super chat there. Who's your favorite? Sorry, which footballer or athletes?
Oh, inspired me the most. CR7, man. That guy, honestly, you ask anyone about him, talent and without hard work's nothing, man. That guy was the most hardworking player, maybe hardworking athlete of all time, and he reaps his rewards. If anyone wants a modern example of what to do, it's that guy, man. He did everything and he wanted it so bad and he got it. So that was him.
Yeah, take up, man. Luani, Sean.
George Weah for me. He played in a time, he was a pioneer in a time where very few players from the continent were considered in that part of the world, especially in Italy. You know how Calcio was one of the most prestigious league in the world, and defending over there was elite, but he was still dominating at that point, and then went back to his country and become a president and changed the life of many. So George Weah.
For me, I think I said before, Wayne Rooney, right? I think he's the most underrated footballer like ever lived. He's third, in my opinion, after Messi and Ronaldo. And I think the fact that like most people don't think of him that way is why, to me, he's the most underrated footballer ever. He could play pretty much every position in attack and to a high level, right? He could pass, he could cross, he could shoot, he could head. He could play as the lone target man. He could play as as two, and he came into the team and became a fixture. Rooney.
For me, I've answered this question to Bilal before, but for me, there's only one person. My inspiration has always been Diego Maradona. When I was a kid and I was watching sports on TV, and Maradona, he always stood out. The World Cup Mexico 1986, that was something else. I was 9 years of age, and I was like a football fanatic at that time. So, seeing that Argentina team and Maradona, he was larger than life as a player. And unfortunately, his career, it ended like it did. And he struggled with a lot of stuff, substances and women and partying and all of this. So, but on the pitch, he was something else. At that time, people don't realize now. They see reels of like say Zidane and Ronaldinho, and today you see Lamine Yamal. But back in the 80s, you couldn't dribble like that. You know, you will get smashed right away. And Maradona, he spent most of his games on the ground because that was the only way for the opposition to stop him, smash him down. But he stood up again over and over and over again, and that's why he had to take so many substances, you know, to keep going. And it didn't end well, but again, back at the time, you know, and probably in the time of football, he was the greatest. So for me, Diego Maradona.
Good shape, man. Good shape. What about you, Norden?
Nordin.
Norden?
Yeah, I'm here. Bit lagging a bit. There are so many. There's so many to name. Pure athletes. Like, obviously, when I first got into football, Diego Maradona was one of the players. Ruud Gullit was another player. George Weah was another player. Cantona was another. Muhammad Ali, obviously. There's a guy called Socrates, Brazilian guy. I actually cried the day that he died. I was in Cuba, and I found out that he passed away. He did a lot, not only for, you know, Corinthians, but for people in Brazil, especially for poor people in Brazil. He became a doctor and did what he had to do. So big up to people like him. But yeah, I had so many. I love like Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Rooney. You know what I mean? These guys, Giggs, obviously Beckham, all of the United players, Scholes, all these guys from certain era were. But R9 for me, in terms of pure footballer, at his prime, I've never seen anything like it, and I have never seen anything since. Messi is great, but R9, you know, Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo is great, but R9 is something else. Someone like the Ukrainian AC Milan striker as well. He came to play at Chelsea. You didn't see the Shevchenko. When they even played for the Ukrainian team, him and the other guy, the other striker, oh my God, the small striker, there was two of them. And I remember seeing him in the Champions League.
Was that
Rebrov? Rebrov and Shevchenko. And I'm like, wow, look at this football. Dwight York and Andy Cole. Like, there's so many, you know what I mean? There's so many, you know, so many. I could name all day. But in terms of like one, it's the people who not just made it possible for people on the football pitch or on the athletics pitch or on the boxing ring, but people that actually made a mark on society. So yeah, Muhammad Ali, Diego Maradona. Diego Maradona made people something, you know, like stand up and take note of things. Diego Maradona was a staunch. He never wanted to sell out to the fucking Zios and the war machine. He never aligned himself with that. And there was so much he could have done, but for me, he never aligned himself. Yeah, he's got a tattoo of Che Guevara and Fidel Castro, and that tells you everything. Where his heart was, he was always with the people. So Diego, Socrates, Ruud Gullit. Most people don't remember, but he put his career on the line, and he even thought about stop playing till they freed Nelson Mandela. He was in a band in Holland singing Free Mandela songs. So yeah, there are these different things at that time. But yeah, in terms of pure watching a player, R9 was my time. Oh my God, he was something else. I remember watching him in. We used to like sometimes like get bit of highlights of the Dutch games, and I remember watching him play for PSV and seeing videos of him. Like videos, people would record it and pass it on to each other. Back in the day, like see this guy here, so see this guy, and see things Romario as well. Oh my God, magician on the football. So a lot of these players. I never saw Georgie Best. I can only talk about the players that I saw, but yeah, Georgie Best, obviously, Bobby Charlton, Dennis Law. You know what I mean? Those guys were great. But yeah, people, I think last comment of the night for everybody. But yeah, let me just check on who got the ladder match. Again, another disappointing, really, this ratio for the show. It's unbelievable. I don't know what YouTube is doing. Is it one of the reasons why we're shadow banned? Because nobody's liking the video. Got interested. But yeah, Casemiro wins it with 74%, Kobe 9%, Martinez 8%, Lemons 9%. But yeah, big up, and I'll go around the last comment from everybody. We need to go to bed. I got a big day tomorrow.
I gotta hop off, so I'll just say taxi charge on the way. 3 points. I look forward to.
Who did you say
highlights.
your heroes were, Sean? Who did you say?
I said Rooney, Wayne Rooney.
The white Pele. The white LA, you know.
More like the white R9, you know. But yeah, title charge on the way, man. That's my last word. I look forward to watching all the highlights. The sound of Old Trafford when Sesko scores, I think like 2 or 3 seconds or so, there's like a drop dead silence and then scream. It's fantastic, you know.
Sean is the best fan ever, man.
Yeah, Saturday. Go ahead, Luana. You say your next.
I mean, last word for me. I don't know. I was just trying to do some investigation and see if these Brazilian players some of them need to be tested because of the way Casemiro attacked the ball. It's not lost on me. There have to be something in the water because their defensive players have the ability to all attack the ball like that. The perfect timing. I've seen Militao, Thiago Silva, Marquinhos do the same thing. So if it's something, it is that they're learning or in the DNA. We need to harness that, and pass it on to our strikers.
Yeah. Last word for me, but big up firstly. Shout out to the whole United, to the fan base for protesting and closing the megastore. And I also want to give a big shout out to the Spurs fans for actually emptying the stadium, even though they actually pulled their backs and actually brought it back to 2-2. But still, massive shout out to Spurs. They have more heart, they have more passion, they care more about their football club than the club that we all support. Sadly, this is just the reality, people. But yeah, man, look, big up the Casemiro. Like I said, once again, big up the Le Mans. I'm happy, yeah, we won, but there's a part of me in my soul that isn't happy because I know where my football club's at. I know where who runs this football club, and like I said, man, 1.3 billion pound in debt, 600 staff gone, Old Trafford leaking, just constant lies after lies after lies after lies. And like I said, people, there's one word that I never want to ever speak about it, but I think everyone does know it. Begins with K, A, R, and then ends with A. So I think everyone knows the word I'm gonna say. But when you do that to a fan base for 20 fucking years of constant pain, constant defeats, constant lies, constant all this, that word I will not say, will hunt back to the Glazers and to Ineos. And you know what? I will not say anything, but let's see if it continues. Because honestly, it's fucking disgusting what they're doing to our football club, our beloved football club. Big up to everyone that showed up at the protest, man. Big up to Nerdin. I seen the. Did they give you out the free the clouds the mask? That is class. That is class.
Why so serious, Nuruddin? Why so serious?
That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Did they give you a
Okay,
free
Nuruddin, say it, and here we go.
We want Ineos out. We want Ineos out. We want Glazers out. We want Glazers out.
Did they give you that for free, Nerdin?
Yeah. Some of my friends was giving them out. People were giving them out.
Wow, big up, man. That's class, bro. Did you get a chat with any of the organized?
Yeah, I chatted to them. Yeah, I got there early, man. Got there early.
Good, bam. Good.
Noradin, if you get to speak with, is it Steve? That's his name, the organizer.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah.
You get to speak to him another time. Tell him next time, hand out £1 whistles or 50 pence whistles to everyone. So then you have 10,000 people, 20,000 people with a whistle, referee whistle. In the 58th minute, everybody blows the whistle for 1 minute. The referee will have to stop the game. They can't play on. There will be a noise you never heard before for 1 minute. And we do it every game. It will be shown on TV, and they will have to stop every game from the 58th to the 59th minute. That will be something. Peaceful protest. So tell Steve this for me. That's just a creative advice how to protest. And by the way, when it comes to the game, I just want to tell you my final statement is I have another worry when it comes to us, because we are aggressive when we press, but sometimes I feel that Maguire and Martin is a little bit too soft when it comes to pushing up and being behind them. And you
They're
could
still
see
confused. They're still confused.
Yes, and you could see it when Sander Berge got the ball and gave the pass to Jimenez when they got the penalty. That's because you see that
They should have
it's a
stepped out.
stretch.
They should have
They stepped up, but they back down, and it worries me a little bit. So everybody talking about a midfielder, but I also think we need a proper centre back who can who have the guts to step up and have the recovery pace to come back when needed. So there are a lot of holes to fix in this Man United team, and go back, guys, and look at the Sander Berge, the penalty situation, and you will see clearly what I talk about. The stretch between the pressing midfield and the centre backs. It's too much. The distances need to be fixed.
Yeah, I was saying it in the preview. I just thought that the linchpin will be Emil Smith-Rowe. I didn't know it would be Jimenez dropping down. So that I was worried how aggressive Maguire and or Lisandro will be on whoever dropped down in the middle to link play. So yes, that's why I want him to rotate. Even if you don't want to remove both, at least change Maguire for Haven or something, because that penalty today that Maguire have, he was like a half a yard late. Who knows if he was Lenny or if he was Heaven, they might have, their pace will have allowed them to get there before. We've seen Lenny Euro did a lot of those clearance before. So.
Yeah.
Yes, boys. Big up to you lot. Yeah, I'll just say big up to both of you for being honest about what you saw today. Yeah, I think he has to change it. I think tactically we need to adapt. He needs to do better in-game management. I thought today he was worrying. Thank God. Up the pitch in the last third, Fulham don't have some of the players that we have to make the difference. Ours made the difference, and theirs didn't make the difference, other than the kids scoring a spectacular goal. Big up to Jarvis. Big up to everybody that's been on here. Big up to Luani as well.
Big up.
Next week's game's going to be tough. I don't know if I'm going yet. But yeah, if I'm not going, Jarvis, if you're around, maybe we'll do a watch-along.
Yeah.
If I don't go to the game, we'll do a watch-along on here. We can talk
Saturday,
yeah. 12:30.
Yeah.
Big up to you. Yeah, and big up to you, Luani. I hope you're well.
Big
hope
up.
the storm's
Big
not
up,
big
yes.
as it was. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. I'm really disappointed at the likes that we've been getting recently for the videos. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happened. But yeah, big up, the mate. Big up, bro. I hope you're well. Send in love, man. Please be careful over there. I beg you.
I think there's also a trend that most of the channel, when we win a game, they all go and then they just say, "Yeah, come on, get out. We won and this and that." But
now we're
you
here
still
to
have
analyze.
there's a
We're here to
certain
analyze the
level
game.
of truth that you still have to tell when it comes to the performance, and some people might not just relate with that. So
yeah,
I think it's more about the concept. I think YouTube and all of these social media channels have changed. It's all about reels right now. Reels, scroll, get your dopamine, get you addicted. The best engineers from Harvard, from Berkeley, from all of them, they get handpicked directly before they finish their graduation, go to Silicon Valley, and they sit there, they scheme, they fix it, they make us all addicted to the reels. Scroll, next.
I try
next.
to not to watch.
And this is what we are. It's so people should be careful. And a lot of people have severe depressions right now because of this. They have addictions to social media and they can't sleep. It ruins their lives. So people be aware. Don't sit there and scroll. It will ruin your brain.
Yeah, 100% people don't scroll, please. Listen, big up. Make sure you check tomorrow out the best show. Go and check out the analysis Stu and Jarvis must have did before. I was KO'd emotionally, mentally, physically. I was KO'd from the demo, the game, the highs, the lows. I had a little nap before. Big up to everybody. But yeah, tomorrow night, Jarvis Corner, 9 p.m. Best YouTube Manchester United show. 2 hours of deep analysis. Make sure you check that out. Make sure you subscribe to Tactical Devils on YouTube. Make sure you follow Malawan Luwani on X, Malawan Luwani 1979. Make sure you follow him. And make sure you follow Jarvis BOLE77. Make sure you follow Ben Elmore39 on X, Elmore20 on Twitch and TikTok. Make sure you follow Khalees Ramadan Lassie. Big up to Khalees. And big up Jarvis. I wanted to ask you, could this be our brother, Patra? What was our brother from who was living in Macedonia? What was his name? Lilas.
Oh, Lilas.
Could this be Lilas?
I hope so. I haven't heard from Lilas in a long while. Yeah.
I got that and I started and I wanted to understand who it was. But yeah, I hope he's all right. Last time we heard from him, he said he had heart problems, and I've not heard from him for ages. But big up, Jarvis is saying, yeah, mental stress, media brings, yeah, 100%. Yeah, make sure you check out Sean at Sean Thomas on X and his geopolitical podcast, How We See Things on there. Bumbaye is never anywhere. Make sure you check out who else was on here tonight. Bumbaye, you never see him anywhere else. And Eski, you don't see them on socials. They don't do socials. But big up to every one of you. Love and like, people. Smash a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I might come out with a video about detailing a bit of the protest tomorrow. But yeah, see where we are. Love and like, people. Smash the like and take care of yourselves. And before we go, free Palestine, free Sudan, free the Congo, free Syria, free the US people, free Yemen, free Lebanon, free Haiti, free Tigray, free Somaliland, free the Sami people in Norway, free the Inuit in Greenland, after colonial rulers, Danish, and after US as well. Love and light, people. Look after each other. After War Machine, after Zios, after Epstein files. God, you see what's going on.
Damn, it's bad in there.
Going on. It's crazy what's going on.
It's crazy, man.
And that's Mossad, man. You know what he wanted to do? He wanted to open a television in the place where I was born for children.
Damn.
Man, this shit is scary. This shit is scary.
Damn,
this shit is scary, mate. This shit is scary. Look it up. Yeah. Free the Congo, Sudan, everywhere else. Free everybody. Love and light. Look after each other. F the Glazers, F Ineos. If you want to be down with them, then F you too. Love and light, people. Look after each other. 9 o'clock tomorrow on Jarvis's Corner. Tactical Devils. Best YouTube show. Best YouTube show about Manchester United on a Monday night. Check it out. Love, light. Take care. Good night.
Take care.
Good night.